I don't have to press anything.
Yeah, so
Broadcast is
all
live.
right. Yeah, it's live. All right, we are live now. Namaskar, good evening. I am Rudir Bhalla from Wealthy Walls, a professional platform for unbiased and credible information on various aspects of real estate. We are a real estate consultancy in residential, commercial, and in leasing services for our clients. First come first, we would like to show our gratitude towards all viewers and sincerely thank for their peachy responses on our last Sunday's chat on challenges and opportunities ahead in these COVID times. Your feedback tells that most of you enjoyed the chat and found relevance in the discussion, and that exactly was our purpose. Yes, the man who effortlessly and candidly put across his wisdom in last Sunday's chat is now again with us. Please join me in welcoming Major General Satish Sahajpal, who owns a versatile personality, an army general by virtue, a motivational speaker by skill, and a real estate expert by experience. Thank you, sir, for coming live. And let me begin by asking questions and seek your views on what matters the most as a customer. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Rudhir. And
Yeah.
a very good evening to you, friends. It's indeed heartening to hear from Rudhir regarding your response. Active participation from your side by way of response actually is so gratifying, and one is so grateful for it. And it's simply
Correct.
because of that one wants to carry on with these interactions and share
True,
with
true.
you whatever knowledge one has after these 14, 15 years of dealing with real estate here in Gurgaon. So, very good evening to you. Uh, Today's conversation basically, what I told Rudhir was that we are going to be having a random chat. But essentially, for last more than a week now, we've been seeing on the TV, and a live subject is uh, the 20 lakh crore package that the central government is offering to various sectors in the country to restore the economy by the name of Atmanirbhar Bharat.
In fact,
And
sir, yeah, in fact, I was actually wanting to ask you that only. With the current economic package that released just now, as you were mentioning, do we see really some benefits for home buyers also? I mean, what's your take as you were talking about that only?
yeah, Rudhir, there would be benefit for real estate industry, and along with
Okay.
that, there'll be benefit for developers. And anything that comes to developers will automatically, directly or indirectly, get passed on to home buyers. Obviously, in many ways, not necessarily in terms of money, but there are many other ways. We'll just be covering some of them very briefly. So
Okay.
the
Okay.
overall package, Rudhir, being 20 lakh crores. Out of
Right.
that, as I said, it has been allocated to various sectors in the country of the economy.
Right.
Uh, where it impacts directly on the real estate will be first the MSME has got the largest portion, the largest share, that is 3 lakh crores, because this was a sinking sector and they want to revitalize and revive this completely. Then
Right.
90,000 crores have been earmarked to provide liquidity to discoms, because if the
Right.
discom have money, how are they going to pay to the power producer, power generators, and so on? So this is going to go up the chain. So 90,000 crores for that. 45,000 crores is allocated by way of partial credit guarantee to the NBFCs and the housing finance corporations. What goes
Okay.
to the NBFCs will automatically, indirectly come back to the projects where the
Okay.
NBFC got their stakes. So this money will be coming back into the real estate sector to revive the projects which have been standing still. A couple of months back, one had heard about 25,000 crore rupees having been earmarked to prop up the real estate industry, which was
Right. Right. Yeah.
and out of that, 10 crore was to be brought forward by the government At that time, it was being mentioned that 10,000 crore is a very small amount, considering we have something like more than 3 lakh units which are lying in a state of, not being complete. And there's a lot more money required. And what was then amplified and clarified was that this money basically is going to be made available to the last leg projects, which are about to be completed, and it is the last mile that was pending, which needed help and a little nudge so that the houses could be got ready and made available to the buyers. So, as I said,
Okay.
indirectly, all these measures are going to be helping the buyers, particularly those who have been waiting for around 6, 7 years for their incomplete houses to be completed and handed
Okay.
over to them.
Right. Great. In
Uh,
fact, sir,
Just
yeah,
one more word, Rudir. I'm sorry interrupting you.
yeah.
Besides this monetary allocation, there is another important aspect that
Okay.
the listeners I would like to share with them. And
Please.
Finance Minister had made a specific mention of this, for which separate advisory is going to go out to various states, wherein it has been said that suo moto, an extension of 6 months, will be
Yeah.
granted to the builders by way of RERA concessions and to the contractors by way of their contractual obligations. So, suo
Okay.
moto, this extension can be taken or counted as force majeure, and the builders and the contractors will get advantage of that.
Okay. Great. In fact, sir, my this question is very specific to Gurgaon. And I want you to briefly outline the upcoming good areas in Gurgaon with their pros and cons with respect to macroeconomic factors associating with them, current pricing, availability, even livability also, and probably also mentioning some reputed developers which are existing there. So, what's your take? What's your brief outline on that? I know it's an exhaustive subject, but if you can throw some light.
I'm glad you added briefly because, as you said,
Yeah,
it's a subject on which one can
correct.
go on and on.
Right.
As you know, when we are talking about Gurgaon Master Plan, it is Master Plan 2031. That's the span that it covers.
Correct.
Each time I look at this master plan, the first thing I would like to share with everybody is that from sector 1 to 57 were already inhabited sectors, operational
Yeah.
sectors. So
Right.
this was not 1 to 57 were not part of the new extended master plan, where the revised master plan starts from sector 58 to sector 115. Now,
Correct.
these can be very conveniently subdivided into subdivisions of the overall master plan. That is the subdivision along Southern Peripheral Road, the SPR.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
is from Sector 58 to Sector 80.
Hmm.
This is the die-hard believers that the future of Gurgaon lies in the SPR. There are quite a few of them who thinks that
And that
tomorrow's
pricey also.
absolutely right. In fact, they are
Yeah, yeah.
thinking that this is a natural continuation of Golf Course Road. That's why it's called
Correct.
Golf Course Road, and all the characteristics and the attributes of the Golf Course Road will actually automatically spill over to the SPR.
Okay.
SPR, therefore, you mentioned, is also pricey. And some of the most reputed developers actually are carrying out operations here. To mention a few, one is M3M, then you have Emaar, and then
Yeah.
very recently the new group which has been launched here is the Aditya Birla Group, which
Correct.
is operating in 63 sector along with um, uh, um, the whose land was that? Um,
I think you have Emaar also. You have Birla. You have M3M probably.
yeah,
Yeah.
these are the major ones, and
Correct.
the price range. Quite some time it has been sustaining at
Hmm.
in around that range of about 10,000 to 12,000
Hmm.
rupees per square foot. So this is about the most expensive segment in Gurgaon. There is a lot of development the SPR has is yet to see.
Correct.
Some of it is taking place, some more will be taking place. As the projects keep on being developed, as more and more people keep coming and start living here, many of them are already living here. I am
Right.
sure the SPR will also grow and develop just as Golf Course Road has developed. The second subdivision I'd like to talk about is Sector 81 to Sector 98. These sectors actually lie between National Highway 8, that's around Manesar, to
Right.
Guwahati, to Patodi Road. Correction, you
Correct.
just were talking about Guwahati, so I said Guwahati. Patodi Road, this is also referred to commonly as the New Gurgaon. New Gurgaon was initially the projects that were launched were new town heights by DLF. They are the ones actually who provided the lead, and this is how it
Right.
started. And now in sector 81, 82, we have DLF with their Ultima, Vatica with their 700 acres of project, and then we have Bestech and many other renowned builders which are there. The characteristic or the advantage of this subdivision, that, as it were, is that
Yeah.
it is very in close proximity to Manesar. So all those people
Right.
who are working in Manesar would like to live in these places.
Correct.
It is very fast developing. A large
Okay.
number of people have started coming and living here. There are a number of schools which are operational. There is DPS, there is Xavier, there is RML, and there is so on. So those have come up, and now there are quite a few commercial buildings also coming up actually, which will be catering to the mall and commercial requirements of the people who are living there. The
Right.
price range here, on an average, is around 5,000 to 7,000. This is about the most competitive segment of Gurgaon. Last but not the least is the famous Dwarka Expressway, where we
Yeah.
have the sectors from 99 to 115 actually are located astride Dwarka Expressway. Very rapidly under construction. L&T is working on it day in and day out. Its
Yeah.
connectivity to Delhi and
Hmm.
proximity to the airport. What is being said is the distance to airport in terms of time is about 15 to 18 minutes. Uh,
Correct.
that's a very major attraction.
Hmm.
And I would like to believe as soon as the connectivity to Delhi gets established, this entire segment is going to get a huge fillip, and many more people will come in. At the moment, you have, besides the one that we have mentioned actually on the other segments, over here we've got Shobhas, we've got Shapurji
Yeah.
Palonji, we have Hero Homes, and over here, the price range is about 6,500 to 9,500, and things are being sold. In terms of relative preferential, people who like to stay close to Golf Course Road would prefer Golf Course Extension Road. People who have the
Mhm.
affordability actually as a major concern for them, uh, the New Gurgaon is a much smarter option. And
Right.
those who go for connectivity to Delhi, in fact, that becomes a prime consideration for them. I think Dwarka Expressway will be the preferred option for those.
Okay. 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 So that leads me to another question, which is very practical. As I say, as a customer, I'm looking out to buy a house in Gurgaon with few riders. Number one, I my preference is a new construction. Budget range is 80 or maximum 85 lakhs. I want to be near to golf course extension or Sona Road. What would you suggest on this generally asked question by most of the prospective buyers that we meet? What's your take on this?
Uh, um, when we start discussing the area in the proximity of Sona Road, it is relevant to mention that there is hardly any land left in Delhi or Gurgaon. There is a
Right.
little bit of land piece that will be coming up next to Manesar around KMP, Kundli Manesar Palwal Road.
Yeah.
The only other corridor now left is what is being referred to as south of Gurgaon, which is the area that you have in mind. There was an
Mhm.
article I was reading where this was also described as the rising sun. Why it is
Okay.
being called the rising sun is because this is the area for the next 10, 12 years which is showing the maximum promise.
Okay.
Maximum development activities are expected to be taking here. as the plans which are being projected by the state government, 10 or 11 builders had actually got together and bought
Okay.
land and decided to carry out development in this area. What actually scores the points for south of Gurgaon is first and the foremost is that it is located in the Sona Road, which is very rapidly under construction. If you've been that side
Right.
recently, you will find that the construction activity all the way from Subhash Chowk to Badshah
Mhm.
Chowk and from there, six laning to Sona, that's going on very, very rapidly. And what was
Right.
being said was that this will be completed by end of 2020. It could
Mhm.
now slip a little further because of the COVID. From Subhash Chowk to Badshah Chowk and beyond, this is a completely, once it gets completed, it is going to be a signal-free road. From
Mhm.
Subhash Chowk, it is said that the area that we are talking about, with no red lights and the kind of traffic and the road quality that is being developed, it will take
Mhm.
about 15 minutes reaching time. The
Okay.
other thing you mentioned was that you wanted approachability or accessibility from the SPR, Southern
Yeah, I
Peripheral
want to
Road
be.
area.
Yeah, I want to be near to SPR. I want to be near to golf course extension. That ways.
See,
I think that's.
SPR, the SPR is the whether you come from Badshah, Port Chalk towards this side, you'll be just
Mhm.
about 6 to 8 minutes away. If you want to carry on along Sector 57, Hong Kong Bazaar, and instead of turning right towards Badshah, Port Chalk, you go on straight. That will also take you to Sona Road.
Okay.
I think Sona will be about 15 to 18 minutes from there. So
Right.
in terms of time, it's very rapidly accessible.
Mhm.
And besides what we are talking about, 15,000 acres of area is planned to be developed here. There is a
Okay.
Sona Industrial Model Township that is being planned by Haryana. There is a very
Right.
major activity. It's going to be one of the hubs actually.
Okay.
Delhi Mumbai Industrial Corridor is going to be passing through this.
Right.
Related to
Yeah.
the this industrial corridor, there are a number of activities, go down, shelters, construction
Hmm.
activities that are going to be taking place here. So this is the area with a lot of potential. This is the area where you have land. This is the area where development is possible. In other places now,
Okay.
I think the area is a chock block.
Hmm.
And if one wants to go that side, you have Central Park doing a township of about 500 acres,
Hmm.
and that is they are bringing a flower valley. It's a beautiful
Hmm.
project with low rise, high rise, very fancy clubs and swimming pools and all the other modern amenities, internal roads, security system, and so on and so forth. And then you have the presence of Signature Global coming up that side. Um, the other builder I'd like to mention is Ashiana.
Okay.
Ashiana Ashiana is developing a project which is centric.
Okay.
It has got all the amenities and facilities which are for bringing up a child. The games for
Okay.
him to play around, safety, child development kind of activities. So that is what
Okay.
there are about 700 odd units, out of which 100 to 150 odd families have already moved in. So
Okay.
this is a hot property, ready to
Okay.
move in.
Hmm.
And The other interesting part, as we were discussing with regard to all the other subdivisions, is that over here the price ranges from 4,500 to 5,000. So this,
Ah.
to my mind, is about the most competitive area to invest in now.
Hmm.
And in about 8 to 9 months time from here, it will
Mhm.
become as connected to the rest of the Gurgaon as all other parts of the.
Okay, great, great. In fact, sir, my last question is that you need to educate on what factors that a customer should keep in mind while buying home. If you could briefly outline those keywords that one should be mindful of.
So basically, when you are going to buy a property, any real estate property, if we were to be buying a house, an independent house, or an independent plot, then there are number of land-related records that one is expected to check. But fortunately, when you are talking about the developers and the established projects, where most of these
Right.
activities in terms of land are carried out by the government, by the Department of DTCP. So when the documents along with the land records go to the DDCP for checking, and when we apply for license, that is the time all
Okay.
the checks get carried out.
Okay.
So as soon as the license is given to them, the buyer can go with the presumption or assurance that all right, as far as land related details are concerned, those have been checked and found correct.
Right.
That's as far as land participation. The add-on to providing comfort to buyer is the RERA registration. Once it is RERA registered, then
Hmm.
we also know, the clients also know that all right, all the drawings, the zoning plan have also
Yeah.
been taken into consideration. The areas, whatever has been declared, whatever has been specified, are the one which have been okayed by RERA. Only
Hmm.
then the developer is allowed to go to the market to carry out, to advertise for selling the property. Before
Okay.
that, he's not allowed to market. And along with
Right.
the advertisements, he's required to give the RERA registration number. So
Right.
yes, this is another point of assurance to the customer. Besides, if I were to go there as a customer, I would like definitely to have a look at the building plan, which have been approved.
Okay.
And when we say
Okay.
building plan approved, means that it's supposed to be carrying, the authority's signatures and so on. So this is the building plan that we're talking about, and there we get to know what kind of clubs, the swimming pool, the details, the roads, the sizes, the
Okay.
setbacks have been provided. So I would like at least to check. A less
Okay.
knowledgeable person probably may like to carry or go along with a more knowledgeable person like you to guide him along and say, all right, whether things are in order.
Thank
The
you.
other
Thank you,
thing,
sir.
if it's a ready to move in kind of a property, you would definitely like to see the completion certificate. If it's not completion certificate, the project is not complete yet, but it
Yeah.
is partly complete. Then he would have got the part occupation certificate. With the
Okay.
part occupation certificate, you know that all right, you are legitimately, the house can be offered to you, and the key can be given, and you can actually move in and start living.
Okay.
And a
Okay.
word of caution is that when a house after the fire fighting NOC has been
Yeah.
given, some builders also like to hand over the house for fit outs. Fit outs, really speaking, and legally, one is not allowed to go and start living there. Some people do, but I think that's a mistake. But I
Okay.
leave that to you. What we are talking about is OC is the one that I should be looking at, and
Okay.
then builder buyer agreement is a document on which the entire sale activity is hinging. And tomorrow, if there are any arguments or discussion or any interaction that will be carried out, this is the document that one will actually be referring to. So if I was
Right.
a client, I would advise one to spend some time and go through the fine print and see what all is written there,
Okay.
and be very mindful of what is being offered to him.
Okay.
If there is
Okay.
anything else about RERA registration you'd like to ask me, I'll be glad to answer.
I think that's quite a handy information, I would say. And in fact, sir, great. That concludes our quick and practical insights on what matters the most as a customer. I once again thank you, sir, for sharing your experience, and we look forward to have many more from you in coming times.
Such a pleasure.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you all for
Such a
watching
pleasure.
this live
Always a
chat.
pleasure.
Great, great. Thank you all for watching this live chat. Hope this small effort has brought some insights for you. And I request, as usual, to kindly share your feedback about the show, especially on the quality of content on our Facebook page, which is by the name of Rudir Balla or Wealthy Walls. And for the time being, I would really want to thank you once again and bye bye for good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thanks.